Hola.
Hey guys, welcome to Sippin Spillin with Syd and Mike from
123
Mississippi. Yes. It's like the calm before the storm right now, guys.
It is.
As many of you know, there's a big storm expected, well, for us right now, tomorrow evening, but as you're watching this,
This
it will
evening.
be hitting tonight.
Yeah.
So,
I was just watching Ryan Hall, y'all, and he's going to be live and going to have storm tracers down in Mississippi. So he's expecting like tornadoes and crazy wind events. So
yeah.
let's see how this goes. Frankie and I went around and put some stuff away. We did manage to shoot a little bit this evening.
You got a fuzzy on your lip.
Yeah. And Frankie shot 2 3-round groups, and we're kind of working on her ability to stabilize herself and get steady. Her second group was probably 8 inches in diameter, 3 shots at 100 yards. So that's the best she's done at 100 yards. That's improvement. I like it. She's going to keep working on that. We won't get to shoot
tomorrow night. Yeah.
Today, as you're seeing it, because it's going to be crazy storm. So it might be Thursday or Friday before she gets to shoot again.
Except for Wednesday, the rest of the week's supposed to be scattered showers. But Thursday we have the nativity scene at church.
Right.
Which I forgot to call Miss Tan.
That's right.
But
the living nativity scene, that's going to be fun. And the storm should be gone by then, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to get Frankie to shoot at least one more time. I think that if any of the 3 shots in her second grouping today would have dropped a deer. So if we can get her to where her group at 100 yards is, closer to 4 inches, I think her confidence level will be up, and we'll be ready to go. So we could be a week away from Frankie putting dinner on the table.
Yeah.
I've been saying that for 2 weeks.
I know.
But I'm not going to rush her. It's completely, this is going at her speed.
Yeah, she just didn't feel confident enough to she wanted more practice. She wanted more time behind the scope, and I get it. She wanted to make sure she got it right. So I don't blame her at all for that. So
yeah, we tried open sights, and with her vision, it's just not realistic. She can shoot open sights at really close range, but her ability to focus on the front and rear sight and get the target in focus is not working. So second focal plane scope wasn't working for her. I'll have to do some research on what her prescription is, but through testing and dabbling, we've discovered that a first focal plane scope, she can get everything into focus at the same time. So so she's going to be hunting with my 6.5 Creedmoor, and she's been shooting it fine. So I'm impressed. I mean, the bang of the rifle and the recoil, none of that bothers her. She's operating the bolt fine. It's just, her marrying that rifle right and getting stable consistently. So she's doing the same thing over and over, so then we can start improving, and that's what we're working on. And that's just not something you can learn. You have to practice it and develop it. You can't just read about it and say, okay, I'll do that. So she's putting in the work. She's doing good.
Yeah, she is. She's fairly determined when it comes to this whole thing. So I think she's going to be just fine.
Oh, well, I mean, we went shooting with some friends last week, and with a 22 rifle that she shot a lot now.
Oh yeah, she was impressive with that thing.
People were like, oh, okay. I mean, she was ringing bells out there, bing, 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 just down the tree. Yeah. So she's, the deer rifle's different. We're shooting farther. It's more critical that you're in that zone, and it's serious, and she's taking it serious. So yeah, I'm feeling good about it. I'm feeling good about the fact that she's not going to say, okay, Dad, let's go deer hunting until she believes she's ready. And when she believes she's ready, I will believe she's ready. I can already tell that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she was the first one to say, I'm not ready to go. Like, I need more practice, Dad. Like, I need to shoot the real targets, and I need, so she's very realistic about it, and I think that's a good thing, because she's also not gonna let anybody else rush her into it. She's very like, no,
Right.
I'm not ready yet.
No, she got a girlfriend that went and got her first deer 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah.
A week and a half ago.
Yeah. She was jealous.
And she was jealous.
For sure, like, it hyped her up, but she was
but
like,
it didn't make her rush it.
Yeah, she was like, I still need more practice. I'm not ready. So, and, this is her first time really shooting and hunting. So, where all these kids have grown up with it out here, we didn't have that opportunity. I mean, she shot the airsoft and that kind of stuff.
She never shot a real gun.
No, not
until we moved here.
Yeah.
No. And then it was rimfire for a while. And now she shot a 30-30, did well with it last week. She has shot, obviously, the 410, 6.5 Creedmoor, 243. She did not shoot the 30-06. That one thumped me a little bit, and I was like, I don't want her to get scared, so we'll hold off on that one. But she's getting close to being able to shoot just about anything I could shoot.
Yeah.
Just not as good as me yet.
She'll get there, though.
Oh, she will.
Give her practice.
She will.
She'll get there.
With me as her teacher, come on.
Oh, yes. Of course. With you as her guide, like Jimmy.
I'll have her shooting 1,000 yards. Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if
I need to take her to the eye doctor and see about getting her fitted for the contacts. And maybe
that could change everything.
Yeah, maybe not by this hunting season.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I don't know if it would happen that fast,
because probably when they do that, they're probably gonna change her prescription a little bit based on, and that's gonna change everything about, because this rifle, I had it set up for me, and it was dialed in, and when we started dabbling with, different scopes and what could she see, and I'm explaining to her what it should look like, and she's explaining to me what it does look like because I can't see through her eyes. I put her on my scope just to see if first focal plane helped, and sure enough, it did. So then we adjusted the AO, we adjusted the focus, we adjusted all kinds of stuff.
With an astigmatism, if that means anything to you.
Well, that would explain that a little bit, because the first focal plane puts the reticle out on the further away from the eye, But so now that scope is dialed in for her, and I looked through it today, and I could still shoot it, but I would adjust some things about it. Eye relief, focus. I would adjust some things if I was going to go shoot it. So,
well, maybe I'll see if I can't call the optometrist out here tomorrow. And
no, we don't want her to get anything about her prescription on her eyes changed.
Oh, you don't want... Oh, okay.
No, because she's dialed in.
Oh, okay. So, I thought you were still kind of struggling.
After this season's over, this deer season's over, then change that. And then I'm going to wind up having to get her a scope similar to mine.
Yeah.
I already know it.
Well, we'll see, too, because once I can get her, like, contacts for situations like that, then,
Yeah. Well, I like that her glasses are safety glasses.
Right.
That's kind of nice. Because if she's wearing contacts, now she's going to need to wear safety glasses. Right. And the quality of those safety glasses is going to be important, because that could change something about her. So I don't want to drop $100 on a pair of safety glasses for her if I don't have to right now.
Understood.
I mean, I got some cheap safety glasses, but not cheap, but I mean... Inexpensive, yeah. So, anyway, we had a good week. We
did. We had a really nice holiday. Well, we talked about that a little bit yesterday. I mean, we had a really, really nice Thanksgiving. Most of the events at church are coming up like in the next week and a half. So we'll be pretty
December
busy.
6th, yeah,
we'll be pretty busy with.
And then when are they doing the food boxes again? That's coming up.
That's in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot going on there.
So it'll be a big one. And then Frankie's got a choir concert coming up.
That's cool.
Yes. And they're doing all kinds of stuff in the town square in the next like week and a half too.
Assuming there still is a town square.
Don't say that.
There's a big storm coming through.
It'll be fine. The last time they said that, there was nothing.
Hey, don't be jinxing it.
I'm not trying to jinx it. I'm just saying, like,
this is gonna be a good storm.
Until Beth is calling me saying, "Hey, batten down the hatches," I'm not as worried. Like if my local friends start calling me and saying,
well,
hey,
I was gonna say she's pretty far away if you think about it.
Beth?
Yeah.
Yeah, but she's still in the town, like.
Yeah. But storms around here vary from here to like 3 miles over there. It could be crazy storm and it's sunny and nothing going on here, or vice versa. So we even had one time where Miss Ann, who's only probably she's probably about 1,000 yards across that pasture to her house.
We were talking to her one Sunday and we were like, man, that storm was really crazy. We got a bunch of rain. And she's like, what storm?
Got none.
She's like, what storm? And I was like, the storm, the rain. We got like an inch of rain. And she's like, I didn't get any rain.
She probably could still see the clouds from her house, but they didn't drop any rain.
Her, so she may not have seen
that
because her windows all face that way.
Yeah.
So she was like, I didn't get any rain. I was like, are you serious? She's like, no, we didn't get a drop. She's all, look at my yard. I was like, oh my goodness, you're right. I just, it's like, I guess the storm has to end somewhere.
But luckily we've had enough precipitation over the last few days that the ground is susceptible. Mm-hmm. It's not just gonna be like super dry and then come a flood and everything washes out.
Yeah.
It is. I think there is gonna be a lot of rain, but the ground should be prepared to handle it the best it can.
The pond will get full.
The pond could use some water, and it's gonna get some. I haven't watered the strawberries since I planted them. Not one time.
Well, part of that was because you forgot to connect the hose, I think.
Well, no, I never went out to turn the hose on to water them.
Okay.
We've had enough.
I didn't realize. I thought you were having them on like an irrigation drip or something.
No. I didn't hook up automatic irrigation. I hooked all the irrigation up, but I will have to manually turn it on until I put some timers in out there. But I think with the amount of precipitation that we get here, I don't want to just set up timers. I want to probably put in some that have a humidity sensor or maybe a probe. So if there's enough water, they won't go off when the timer says to go off, because that's just pointless,
Yeah. I know what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
Speaking of picking up, I need Frankie to move all those boxes that came for our friends that are moving out here. Had some things delivered here. Now I'm looking at a giant pile of boxes, and
they're right on the edge of the porch where it's
going to get rained. Yeah. So I need to have Frankie move those in the shop for Jen.
We're running out of room in the shop for Jen's stuff.
Between Jen and Will, I know. I even said, I'm like, shoot, I can't. We're supposed to get hail, and I was like, I can't even park my truck under the thing because we've got Will's stuff parked under there.
Yeah, Will's. We've got his trailer with his El Camino under the shed, so hopefully we don't get hail because there is nowhere to put the truck right now to keep it out of the hail.
I mean, there's probably room I can move the car at least partially under there if you renegotiate a few things, but there's no way I'm fitting the truck.
I mean, I'll let hail get on the track. If we had to, we could move the tractors out into the yard and let the hail hit them.
Yeah.
Of course, if we wait until golf ball size hail's coming down, I'm not getting on track.
Yeah. Yeah.
At that point,
I don't need thumped on the noggin that bad.
Yeah. But we do need to. Hopefully, we don't get a crazy hailstorm come and jack the truck up. I mean, Will be here within a couple of weeks. Hopefully, he'll get his car moved. Then we'll have that spot available to be able to get the truck in out of the hail.
Yeah.
Because I hear they get some good hailstorms here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we don't want golf ball size dents all over the hood of the truck. That would suck.
Or a broken windshield.
Or broken windshields.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess worst case, if I could at least pull if we could move some stuff around and I could at least pull the cab of the truck in so the windows weren't going to get...
Well, look, if it starts coming down, if the hail starts coming down, we'll pull that Polaris out of the garage and pull the cab into the garage.
Yeah.
We could do that in in 2 minutes, and we'd have to leave the garage open, but that's fine. At least it would keep the cab, the hood, and the windshield from getting pummeled.
Yeah.
So I think we'll be prepared to do that.
Okay.
And then the Honda just is what it is.
Well, is there stuff all over the shop again? Like there's not room to pull in the...
It would take a minute to be able to move stuff out of the way to get the car in the shop. We're not prepared for that.
I think I could probably fit the fit under the overhang because it's not very big, and I could probably wedge it at least partially under there.
Not without pulling the tractor out.
You don't think so?
No, you can barely get the four-wheeler in there right now.
No, on the other side of that.
No.
You don't think?
No.
Why?
I apparently have a better memory of space than you do. I barely fit the zero turn in there, but between the shop and the El Camino trailer. So even if you pull the zero turn out into the yard, you're not getting the Honda Fit in there.
All right. Whatever.
Just saying.
It doesn't matter. We'll figure it out. Hopefully it won't be that bad tomorrow, because with housing everything right now, I just not a lot of room in the...
We do need to be better prepared for hailstorms. Once Will gets his stuff moved over to his new place, we need to make sure we always have a stall available to pull the truck into when there's a hailstorm coming, because that could get expensive in a hurry.
Yeah, it's probably, that's like, one of those things that's like generally not covered by insurance.
Right.
So that would be out of pocket.
Right. Yeah. And that's like a full hood replacement, and I don't even know what they do about the roof.
Yeah.
I don't even want to think about that.
No.
Let's move on.
I don't either, yeah.
Good
I don't
vibes,
know why we went down that
no
rabbit
big
hole.
hail.
Now
Come on.
I'm stressed. Anyway, but yeah, everything else I think is pretty much, unless you left something out somewhere weird, it's pretty much battened down.
I mean, Frankie and I went and kind of looked around, and we picked up a couple things that were out. I mean, I got a barbecue.
What about your hunting houses?
We're gonna find out how those do. They're where they are. So hopefully the wind. I mean, if a tornado came through, they're gone. But hopefully they can handle the wind. We're gonna find out. We're not gonna go tear them down.
Well, I think it said. Well, from what I saw, the one thing only said like 20-mile-an-hour winds.
20-mile-an-hour winds is fine.
If it's not like, if it doesn't turn into Dorothy.
Oh, whirly?
Yeah, we don't say the T word.
We don't say the T word.
We don't say the T word.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it cooled off a little bit tonight. It's, I don't know, 55.
Yeah, they said it was only supposed to be in the 50s tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely not cold.
I mean, I'm a little chilly, but I just am, whatever, I'm just cold.
I'm comfortable.
Yeah, I just get cold easily.
And I got chicken wings in the oven right now.
Oh, I forgot to tell you,
I'm excited about that.
That you might have to recharge the Polaris, because the battery light flashed on again when I was driving it, and then I got nervous because I was going to take it around and warm it up longer, but then I was like, ooh, the battery light flashed, and then I got nervous, so I took it back and parked it in the garage.
Well, as long as it's running, you shouldn't.
Well, I don't know. I panicked. I was like, why did it just flash?
It's got a little alternator that it should make all the electricity that it needs to run while it's running.
Yes, I understand that.
Plus enough to charge the battery.
But it was like flashing me. And then I didn't know if I should put $1 in its waistband or if I should park it in the garage.
And you parked it in the garage.
That's accurate.
Okay. All right. Don't take her to Vegas.
There you go. So
Cranky.
Yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Keep a good thought that the weather down here doesn't get too cray-cray. Hopefully everybody gets a little bit of rain and weather, but nothing insane. So
yeah, hopefully everybody stays safe. The ground gets watered, and there's no damage to people's properties or homes
or humans.
So, definitely. Yeah. Or livestock.
Yeah.
Livestock seems to handle storms pretty good. They just go hunker down in a little low spot, and
our dogs don't.
Our dogs,
I
don't even want to talk about our dogs.
Them tomorrow.
I don't even want to talk about our dogs.
Yeah.
Our dogs are shitty dogs.
They are. They were out there shooting. The dogs, of course, hiding underneath my desk while I'm trying to edit videos.
I
and
feel like we
panting
need
so
to take the
loudly.
dogs out and tie them to the fence near us while we're shooting, so that they understand what that sound
I've
is.
taken them out before. I don't know. They just, I don't know. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Keep a good thought about the weather and that nothing happens. And we will see you guys all tomorrow, God willing. Bye.
Bye-bye.